So we have this bit of mail from William C. Earhart. Earhart? Not sure if it's anything important.
Yeah, I have to call insurance company. Because for whatever reason, they wanted to take me off of the home insurance.
Oh, that's because you're not home.
That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure that there was, like, there wasn't someone trying to come in and
Buy the home. All right.
That's what I thought.
What?
From your, union.
Oh, great.
oh, you have a union? There you go.
It's not a cease and desist letter.
Oh, boy.
It's just verifying about saying, hey, the insurance stuff's not really changing.
Good.
Open enrollment, if you want to change stuff with you.
Said a cease and desist order?
I went and
Why
told
would you be worried about something?
my company's union decided that they were going to start spouting off about all of the stuff that's happening with freaking Kate Brown and whatnot, kind of dipping their toe into voicing their opinion. And since I'm a part of the union, I was just like, you know what? No. Kate Brown can go ahead and work with the Republicans who say that they can find a means to fund ODOT within the system itself without taxing we the people to death. You can go and work with them, or we can go and not have roads this year. Because we the people have got to take a stand. At some point, we got to say enough is enough. If the last tax hike that you gave us did not solve the problem, and you blew that funding where it didn't belong, we can't trust you with the next tax hike. Yeah, my union forgot that there are people within the union that might not support all of the ideologies that they push forward. Like, don't throw me into the mix with your personal agendas without me coming forward and saying, you know, I might not support this ideology.
I just thought it was funny. From what I haven't actually looked at it, mind you. Let's say that first, but apparently the new tax for automobiles that they're trying to implement, there's a tax for the number of miles electric vehicles drive.
At this,
so like I'm just sitting here just like. Not the whole point.
Hey, there's
to incentivize people to get an electric vehicle. Now you're taxing them because they have an electric vehicle.
Because the whole point wasn't actually the point. They decided that they wanted to go and chase the money rather than chase an agenda utilizing money, which, you know, it kind of shows what their real objective is.
I mean, how about putting funding into developing like roadways that don't disintegrate over time?
Oh, you know, something that I think we can all agree on. If the government actually went and spent the money on things that would actually help the people,
just saying, dude.
No, I agree with you 100%. They go and they say that my car might not be roadworthy down the line. What about the road that's not worthy of my car?
I need to ask, okay, in 100, let's say 1,000 years, you know, will these roads have biodegraded back into the environment?
They're already trying to.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, we kick it off politically today. A woo! That was not ooh woo, shut up. That didn't happen. Now, we are going to get going on taking care of the animals. Thank you for showing up today. I do appreciate each and every last one of you that chooses to at least peek into this madhouse that we've got going here. Our primary agenda this last week, really has just simply been to take care of the animals. We will be getting back to working out tomorrow. Tomorrow, we start our workouts with shoulder presses. Well, we're not doing. You guys finished your steaks? Maybe it's because I snacked on more things today. I did eat quite a bit. I may have had a sweet or two. All right. So, as per usual, we are starting off with our smallest of tarantulas. Our juveniles technically are slings or spiderlings. These creatures are as small as you typically get them out on the market. Hey, Savar Rasalov. I'm just going to call you Savar. Now, let's take a looky look. That right there is Tiger. Tiger is a Monocentropas balfouri sling. He is just a little guy. Luckily, his eyes are on the top of his body, so peering underneath likely isn't going to cause too much chaos. That right there, you can barely see her. That is Grabby Abby. She is another Monocentropas balfouri sling. This right here is one that we've got to be super careful with because this is Sugar. Sugar is a cobalt blue that just recently molt. There she is. She survived the molt. She is getting bigger. Now, since she did well with the molt, we're going to be a little less stressed about moving the cage around. We saw the ass end of the molt yesterday, and oftentimes with tarantulas, you don't want to interact with them too much after a molt because it can stress them out. But it seems to me that a vast majority of the tarantulas that we have been getting from pnwarachnids.com here in Oregon tend to have a better demeanor when it comes to being handled. Yeah, she is Durs, by the way, funded pretty much everything. We have had some really good donations from other people like Adam and what is his name? Brent. Brentomania has donated. But what that money goes to is either the animals or keeping the roof over the heads of the animals. And it has helped immensely. Adam's next donation, Adam's donation that he just gave us is stuck in limbo with YouTube, which is why we have the Cash App set up. Because with Cash App, you can get the money in days, or even the same day if you want to go pay extra.
It's not very sticky anymore.
Well, that's kind of good.
No, it's good.
We're not really looking at getting any more animals per se, but we are increasing the warmth and the humidity in some of these cages. We have enough animals, technically. I don't think, unless males passes away from old age, because we got 3 males up in this hizzle that are kind of getting up there in years. Looking at you, Larry. Larry is our Monocentropas balfouri male who is 7 years old. And he is beyond over the hill. He needs a retirement from the ongoing retirement. Now, with cobalt blue, you want to keep the humidity. Oh, Toucan Feathers. Hey, how's it going?
That's Rosie.
I know, but she's going by Toucan Feathers right now. April, how's it going? Philadelphia Eagles, big fan. Wow, look at you. I'm thinking that people are going by different names. Been a name change. Well,
No, because of the headline name.
how do you undo that? I don't get it. In any case, when you're going for a cobalt blue, you want to make sure that the dirt is moist, but you want to ensure that moisture doesn't go beyond what you're looking for. Pooling on the ground, that's when you have things going sideways. And this little one has a dubia roach right there, living La Vida Loca. It'll probably be picked off eventually because she's now big enough to handle that. All right, let's see here. This little Monocentropas balfouri needs some water in its cage. The balfouri are an arid terrestrial species. And Tiger, when we first got him, was hunting in his cage that I was holding at the time. So he has no fear of humans. We are taking care of our shooters. These are technically tarantula slings. There is a little bit of humidity right there. That's generally seen as beyond what they need, but I use it to help boost their molting. We do not saturate the soil. We just give them a touch more humidity than normal. The balfouri love to put multiple entrances into their tunnels. It's a good way to pick off prey, actually. Oh yeah. I was Gamer Outdoor, but I'm a big Eagles fan because of Jake Militia. Malita, he's Australian and plays for them. Okay. Now we have two of the balfouri slings. We have two balfouri adults that we're also caring for. We were hoping that they would do the no-no and we'd wind up with babies the good old-fashioned way. But I think the 7-year-old male might be a little too old to be bumping uglies to that extent. Look at this. This is straight up out of a horror film with the grabby Abby here. Hey, April. Have a good night. Make sure you subscribe. Be coming back later. Little saturation in the corner. And that's all she gets. Look at this. Like it's straight out of a nightmare. Now, I have taken it upon myself to stop sharing my live stream on Facebook because the algorithm on YouTube, for some reason, reduces the amount of viewers that I get when I do that. I think the last time that I went and promoted myself on Facebook via YouTube, I don't think I had more than 5 people in the live or on the live stream at a time. I started off today with like 16, I think. Not bad. Caring for tarantulas, make sure that you do your research. It will prevent a lot of heartache. Now we do have some dwarf pods that are going to be going into our Emperor Scorpion cage. The reason why we are introducing them into the Emperor Scorpion cage is due to the fact that the Emperor Scorpion tends to leave a lot of a mess. It's gruesome the way he trashes his environment. So these are going to go in there. They're hopefully going to reproduce. We're going to take them out of that environment and spread them into other environments. Yes, Adam. Yes. Adam has himself a animal that he was allowed to name here. Goes by Churro. It also goes by no, it doesn't. Itty bitch, itty bitty bitch, itty bitty bee, or itty bee. It's got a bunch of names. Bunch of them. Itty bee. Did you see what I got today? What did you get today? Did you share it on the messenger? Might need to go and bust that out in the middle of this live stream. You're fine. Oh yeah. He got himself a buck. Probably with one of the guns he just bought. He has been sharing his arsenal on that. He shared his arsenal on the group so much that the group members started to get paranoid for him and said, you know what? I think maybe you should hold up before the Fed boys start taking interest in what you're saying here. You're fine. Oh, this little one is so stressed. All right, this is Itty B. You look like a little land lobster. You're fine. You are so fine. I'll back it up. How about that? Look at him. You pronounce it Jordan Mulata, but spell it Jordan Maylita. I think Maylita is probably better. Now, we're not going to hit that with more humidity. We're going to increase the amount of fluid in his water dish. Want to produce too much mold, but we also don't want to keep the humidity down too much, as we learned from Needles, the Asian forest scorpion. Went 15 feet and it dropped. Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's better that way. At least you don't have to go through the bush to go and get it again. Here we go. Now, we did go out and cut some wood. Yes, we did. Right, honey? You were there. We have all of the wood cut. We just need to go and get a drill bit. And we need to put some guide holes. And we need to build the frame, put the top on it, and then put the legs on it. Slap that bitch together, and we will have the table ready, and we can start building little guy's cage, which is what we need right now, so that we can also get legs into her new cage, because despite the fact that she looks a bit chunky, she is a rambunctious little monkey. She's actually a tarantula, but I digress. I'm going to go and put you away where I'm not going to mess with you for a little bit, okay? But you are going to have to deal with the light. God, Adam, your scorpion is freaking such a negative Nancy. She's more negative than I am.
That's impossible.
Read the other message. A nice little 7-point buck. Wait, do I have it on all messages? Yeah, I have it on all messages. I think one of your messages might have gotten Oh my god, YouTube is so lame. So fucking lame. Are you kidding me? So let me get this straight. Their algorithm will prevent me from getting more viewers if I go and promote myself and YouTube, mind you, on Facebook. And then it'll turn around and it'll take down your comment. I don't know who's running it, but they are as dumb as a box of rocks. As a matter of fact, I think a box of rocks might be smarter. Might be smarter. All right. So, next up we have our Harpictera pulchripes. It is an African species typically found in the grassy plains. Likes to live under the ground. Right above. Lungs were cut right above where they branch off. Damn! So he fucking suffocated. At least you didn't stomach shoot him. At least you didn't get a gut shot. That would have been bad. Super. Oh. God, that'd be brutal. Oh God, yeah, that tracks. It's not your fault that YouTube's run by a bunch of idiots. So this is the Harpictera pulchripes. We have had him come out a couple of times, show his face. Today we are not so lucky. This guy needs to have its environment arid. If you get the chance to, provide it with... Oh God, I'm starting to overheat. It is 77 on the high side, 76 on the low side. It's warm, is what I'm trying to say. You want to have these guys arid, you want to have them warm. That's about it. Found that out yesterday. Oh, I swear to God, I wish the people that run YouTube had a Q&A. I wish what they had really was their own personal little Discord that you can go and complain to them about shit. Like many of the game Discords that I'm a part of, you can go in there, you can actually talk to the moderators and the administrators. Yeah, but you know what that would take? That would actually take giving a fuck about their particular social media platform. And I guess they really can't have that over there at YouTube. Then what about an Australian mount? Are you talking about the mount that you're going to be putting up that head on the wall? Is that the kind of mount that we're talking about here? Or are we talking about a steed? Because we're going down conversations here if we're talking about a horse mounting something on the wall, or what you've been doing on your spare time other than hunting, which really probably should not be shared with the class. Okay. See, one of the mounts that we Americans tend to do is a pretty straightforward one, and that's where you just take the horns and you put it up on a placard. Good old-fashioned game mounts where it's the whole head. We got one of those in our living room. Believe it or not, it came with the house. Yeah. Pretty fucking snazzy deal, if I say so myself. Now, this thing needs to be dusted off a little bit. But hey, it's going to be the skull and the antlers. Australian. It's the Australian mount where it's the skulls, the antler, and a fucking spider building a web between the two antlers. Or do you need to have a fucking King Brown up around the neck. All right. So next up, we have our Brazilian blue violet. The scientific name for this animal is the Lasiociano sazamai. It is a tropical terrestrial New World tarantula typically found in and around Brazil, or rather under Brazil. These guys spend the majority of their youth underground. They typically do not come above ground unless they are feeding or breeding or eating. Wait, I already said feeding. Drinking as well, I suppose. They are smaller, but they are much faster than, I'd say, the Lasiodora parahabana or the salmon pink bird-eating tarantula. They make all right pets if you are ready to chase them. This little guy will bolt if I touch his toes. He will not like it. Hey, see that? That's a response to getting breathed on. So imagine their response to getting misted. Well, actually, you don't have to imagine it. He was pretty unhappy with that. They do not appreciate direct contact, is what I'm trying to tell you. They are not the kind of tarantula that you want to go out of your way to try to handle, because that is a good way to have them bolt. And if you have a tarantula bolt higher up off the ground and it falls, it's dead. They are not meant for gravity. Gravity is not a tarantula's friend. Not in the slightest. Yeah, don't get mad at me. He's like, but you cut off my escape. You were going too slow for an escape, child. Way too slow. There's just no way that was going to happen tonight. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but depending on the size and the species of the tarantula, they can be housed in some somewhat small containers. Generally speaking, tarantulas out in the wild live in smaller enclosed areas, what have you. All right, now we can move this one. I'm about ready to go dress down in some gosh darn shorts. It's like motherfucking the tropics out in here. There we go. Whew. Good night. Technically, isn't daylight over there for you? My goodness. Somebody works the night shift. Wolf, you don't need to be in your kennel anymore, kid. You already went potty. Oh, jeez. Mikey, your dog needs help. All right. This is our other Lasiociano sazamai, or Brazilian blue violet tarantula. He did not really appreciate greenery, so he doesn't have any. Not all tarantulas act exactly the same way within their environment. This little guy webbed up 3 out of 4 corners of his cage multiple times in a preparation for breeding. Got them sperm mats up. Made tacos today and cooked the onions, bell peppers, and tomatoes with the meat. Then she used a bag of microwave Mexican rice as a filler to make it... Because the kids and I eat like fat people. Yeah. I actually cooked steaks tonight, and apparently I did not cut them right. We used a roast, and I cut with the grain, which made them chewier. Which would have been all fine and dandy, except I had to cut it. Again, with another knife, other than a butter knife, which goes against my typical MO. Oh. I'm trying to kill myself over here with stepping on shit I shouldn't be. My life should not be an ongoing process of living out the song, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. That is No bueno. Hey, Mike, are you gonna want that last steak?
I was thinking about it, but I wasn't quite sure if you had money for lunch tomorrow.
I will be a little bit short on that.
I thought you had enough for the day though.
I used some of it the other day to buy water at the store. Hi.
I'll make sure he has money for burrito.
Ah! Okay. You want me to package it away anyway, bro?
Sure. Thank you.
Gotta put them away before something lays eggs on it. It's so lovely to say in a home inside. Alright. We'll probably go and view the animals. Look at those cages. Eat your heart out, Oregon Zoo. Alright. How? Ooh, that's some good shit, isn't it? You're anxious for tomorrow. Now we're not going to go and take care of the... Oh, I said that I was going to go and feed them another apple. Oh, dear. There is another molt dubia roach in here, but we just fed your guy on Friday. So I don't know if that'd be a good idea. I think we should at least give him 4 days before we try
I
again.
can honestly say I don't think you would mind.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to meal prep some apple for the roaches. And so long as we... Oh, heavens. You are getting a full view here. At least it didn't look fully trashed. All right, so what we are going to do, like I stated before, is we are going to meal prep for the roaches. We need a knife. That will do. It's actually a pretty decent one for this task. Now, I basically spent an entire month when I was working as a gardener helping somebody core and peel apples by hand. So what we're going to do is on this. We're going to go back here. I'm just going to grab some of these. These are the cheap ones, so it's not so bad when you do it. Whoop. Come through. Be a little gentle because we are on a plastic lid. We don't want to break anything. What you do, come through like this, cut it in two. Get that portion off. And you take the tip of your knife and you run it just on the outside of the green. And you use it sideways. Boom. Just like that. And you just go and you do that. Now for the roaches, because we don't know what they sprayed on the outside of these apples, we will go through and we will skin the apple pieces that we are going to be slicing for them. Boom. Now, like I said, I did this for basically at the end of summer. She wanted to go and make just an ungodly amount of applesauce. Hey, honey?
Yeah?
Oh, there it is. Thank you for washing that. I know you just washed it. That's not very fair. Huh! I forgot to core that piece. And so we just go in like this. There we go. I'm going to go rinse these pieces off. Snack for a second. Mmm. We need to get some juvias for your mom when she shows you how big the food container is for her little one. Aren't these Honey Crisp?
Are they in the bag?
Yep. stuff right there. All right. All right. Now, they will have all of this eaten. Hey, lads. Now, these are dubia roaches. What we're going to do this time is we're not just going to give them one or the other. How's it going, guys? We are going to give them a well-rounded meal. A little bit of fish flakes, a little bit of apple. I guess a lot of apple for the size of the animal. But they will have that shit cleared out by tomorrow. So, yeah. When it comes to caring for these guys, you want to ensure that one side of the cage is humid. The other side is dry so that when you go and you put some food down for them, it does not mildew. Look at, oh my goodness. That male right there is going to town. Thank you very much. He is absolutely hungry right there. Okay. So, I'm so happy that they're going for all that food. I share these roaches. I share an apple with these roaches every now and then. They are technically frugivores. They, generally speaking, like to eat things like apples, oranges, bananas. They'll eat the shit out of a banana.
So Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver might get jealous if we tried feeding the roaches a banana. All right. So, now tomorrow we are going to be reincorporating working out into the live stream. Oh my God, he cleaned out his den. Honey, this little guy actually cleaned your scorpion.
Wow.
Yeah, look at this shit, guys. Not doing what he was supposed to, not cleaning up after himself. And apparently he heard me because this is what I see now. Look at that. That is a combination of his scat, food remnants, and just all around dirtiness. And these are the next step in cage evolution. Are dwarf purple isopods. They are cage cleaners. Now, she said just dump the dirt in. Well, honey, we have another little cage for baby something or other.
No.
Now, these guys are absolutely itty bitty. Oh, they are absolutely hiding. Well, they are pill bugs. They probably curled up into balls. Give it time. Now we release those into the cage to help break down any excess food bits that are left over. We will, on occasion, be putting something in there for them to eat. I do appreciate that you like our work, or you like my work. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. We take care of our animals. We try to take care of ourselves, although admittedly this last week was an exception, given that it was Thanksgiving. There's been a lot of sweet treats available, and my self-control has not been that good. All right. That should be it. You want to make sure that the humidity inside of your Emperor Scorpion cage is high. They need it. Look at this guy. He is an absolute unit. That soil is so misted down, so humid. It's good stuff. You're all right. You're all right. Good boy. All right. And that right there is why we get those little critters. They will go in and they will break down the organic matter left behind. And once they start reproducing, we will start taking them and putting them in other, keep things clean and mold free. Of course, make sure that you have yourself cage clamps. We put cage clamps on all mesh lids. Go. This little shit stick is still very active. She is still eating. She ate a roach approximately 2 days ago. Off camera, mind you. That was cute. Shit! The little shit! Of course, owning tarantulas is not about what they can do for you and your entertainment. It's more so what you can do for them and their lifestyles. Their lives should not hinge upon how happy you are, but rather how good you are that you're caring for them. There have been days where I just don't want to do anything, but I will always go back to take care of these guys. Always. Look at her. Big booty. Good Lord. Gosh darn, girl. Surprised a politician hasn't been on my front porch to try to tax that yet. That's how large it is. It looks like a gosh darn vehicle of some sort. Bet you when I put a camera in her cage, it is going to say vehicle detected. We're going to be replacing the camera that's on the porch right now for a Wise camera. We're going to have a secondary camera, the pan cam, that is probably going to go outside the back area. I'd like to get one on every corner of the house because we have the unlimited plan. It means that we can get an unlimited amount of cameras and you will be able to pick up all video, all audio. Now this is another tropical terrestrial tarantula, typically called a Goliath pink foot or pink leg. It is not a pink toe. That moniker, that name has been taken by the Avicularia avicularia, which in my opinion was probably the dumbest move that scientists could have made, because there is nothing Goliath about an Avicularia avicularia. It is just an arboreal. Maybe it's a bigger arboreal, but it's... Alright. Whoo! Okay, so when taking care of a Theraphosa apophysis, which was that last animal, you want to make sure that the humidity in the cage is high but not cooling. You don't want it to be too sloppy in there, if you know what I mean. It doesn't need to be goopy. Probably should not have too much drip when you go and you squeeze the soil. All right. What you want to do is make sure that the humidity is built up enough that if it comes time to shed, the tarantula is not going to have a tough time. Theraphosas in general, whether it's the Theraphosa apophysis, Theraphosa blondie, or Theraphosa burgundy, all tend to have a problem with stuck molt when it comes time for their next, what I call, growth cycle. Okay? Doing your damnedest to ensure that that doesn't happen, making sure their water dish is topped off every night, making sure that their environment's humid, making sure that their temperature is above 50. Oh yeah, obviously above 50, but above 75 degrees. All of these things will help. Generally speaking here, the temperature that ranges close to where this tarantula is, it's like 76 to 77, sometimes topping at about 78 degrees. The higher 70, low 80 margin is what you're looking for when you are taking care of a lot of these exotic pets. Includes our here is an Arizona blondie. In other words, it is a domestic species, not from Oregon. Woo! Alf has shared some pictures that I am going to be bringing forward to the class here in a second. It's not those kind of pictures I already looked. If you guys want to go and share images for the class to see later that are appropriate, by all means go and follow my Facebook account. I believe it is my full name, Hiram Schoonover. It has got a vibrant tarantula with a logo over the top of it for, I think it was Critter Keeper 91. Go and like it. Go follow. Subscribe on here. I'm here every night. Okay, we're doing the same thing over and over again, but that's kind of the point. Is when it comes to animal care, you shouldn't shirk your responsibilities. You should be right back into it the next day to make sure that your animals are A-okay, to keep an eye on those that aren't. All of our current animals seem to be doing swimmingly, except for Charlotte, the white-knee tarantula. Charlotte is a tropical terrestrial tarantula that should be thriving in the same climate as the Theraphosa, the Lasiodora, the Lasiocyanosazami. It is not. I'm wearing shorts, and I can tell by wearing them that they are on perfectly, you bastard. All right. There it is. Look at him. That's a baby. That little guy just weekend. We had, I believe, 4, technically 5, tarantulas eat after the last feeding attempts. And that is phenomenal. That makes me very happy. We're now waiting for baby Monosyntropus balfouri to go through the process of molting so that they'll get back on the feed. The female might be getting to the point, well, actually, I don't know if it's a female. I've got a sneaky suspicion that we managed to get ourselves 1 female and 1 male. Okay. She, after the next molt, might be going into a new enclosure. Because, yeah, she is growing like a weed. We had a whole ass discussion yesterday after mentioning, particularly evolving, depending on how you want to see it, into a discussion of what happens when a certain spider makes you a hard rider. Put it that way. It was entirely not classy at all, but shit happens. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 animals left. And it's bedtime. That's one thing that I do like about taking care of the animals without working out, is the fact that it goes by faster. However, I need to get back to lifting.
Are you liking your bed, dude?
If he's not knocking the top off of it. Okay. Next up, this is Charlotte, about that's got herself a problem when it comes to her health. She is, I would say, 5 years old. That's my general guesstimation here. This particular female should be living into her 20s, but she is having a hard time with it. I don't know if she might have fallen in her old enclosure I don't know if she got sick, if she got bit. I don't know. But she seems to be getting weaker every week. And I'm keeping a close eye on her, but her her general freaking climate should be the one that she's in right now. This is where she how she should be living, where she should be thriving, and she's not. She does move about her cage, but I don't know if it's just the stress of human interaction or what. You're all right, baby girl. That is a stress girl. She used to be very vibrant, very lively. All right. Alrighty. Yeah, no, that's because both you and Durs are tackling either side of the no discussions. Sometimes Durs brings up things like what was that? Bologna mist, depending on how you want to say it. And then there's you and your depravity. The gravity of your gravity really is what would draw the FBI in here. Clearly, we're not getting any moderators or administrators, because if we did, maybe they would stop harassing our viewership. But no, just them shirking their responsibilities.
It actually makes a lot of sense, and maybe they don't want to like broadcast your freaking, episodes here. Just the main fact that you're always putting them fucking down.
Oh no, they've earned it. They're getting put down. They started this off over a year ago, stifling my viewership's ability to openly discuss things on their platform, things that shouldn't. They tried getting me to in the Afghan space program, and I went boom. Ha ha ha! Oh, to my FBI guy that is potentially listening. Nothing to do with his sense of humor. That is all on him. That is not on me. Now, I think yesterday we missed the cake, so we're going to hold off on that. All right. Now, next up. We have our Monosyntropus balfouri adults. You guys got to see the Durs. I don't know. I can't remember if you were here earlier for the baby, but your baby is pulled through another mold. It's Jeff Smith. It feels like it's been a bit of a while since I've seen you on here, Jeff. A bit of a while, indeed. Anybody else smell burnt toast, or is that just me? So, yeah, what are you supposed to do? And that is why you're on a list. You did not have to use THC syrup, buddy, but what scares me the most is probably winding up in the same condition as my father when I pass away. Um, it's part of the reason why working out's important. It's part of the reason why trying to keep a relationship going in a healthy manner is so important. And although I do lose my cool with my phone so fast and my electronics so fast, I am trying to work on my anger. No, Alf, you're a concern, but you do not scare me. Um, Financial instability is scary, but it doesn't scare me the most because I've been technically homeless before. I waited on a paycheck for over a year. You know. Oh, geez. Jason Voorhees is your stepdad. My goodness. All right, so these. Yes, but they drop dead a little less than those that become couch potatoes. And most of those people that drop dead when they're working out are those that take steroids. So this is our female Monocentrobus balfouri. She is an arid terrestrial species from the island of Socotra in Yemen. This is our male who fed on camera recently. He is 7 years old. 7 years old. He is still kicking it. Generally, when I told Google the age of that spider, when I was just like, hey, Google, can a 7-year-old Monocentrobus balfouri still have babies? You know what Google said? It said, no. A 7-year-old Monocentrobus balfouri male cannot have babies because a 7-year-old balfouri male would be dead. You know what scares me more? Probably your stepdad, Jason Voorhees. All right. Since you said that's what scares you the most, I thought I would make that my primary guess. All right. When it comes to taking care of Monocentrobus balfouri, you want to make sure that they have a water supply. Don't let people tell you that they do not need to drink water from a water dish, that they get their water from food sources. No. They need to have water just like every living creature that is in your care. Okay? Make sure that they have enough dirt to play with. They don't always utilize the dirt that you are giving to them. Sometimes, like you see here, they will just build up on top of the soil. Such is life. C'est la vie. You get what you see. Hey, Preston, we got 8 likes. Woo! Oh, most in Minecraft. Okay, I read that wrong. That is my bad. What scares you most in Minecraft is probably making an elaborate setup and then having some Yahoo randomly come in and destroy it. I've heard that happening.
What? You think it's your turn on?
Yeah. I read that wrong. That was my bad. You're not right in the head, Al. You're not. All right, I'm pretty sure we went and misted this one's cage yesterday. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get a little peeky peek inside, and then I'm gonna go and use the restroom. That around. I think this little one. Oh, she's back in her hidey hole. That is our green bottle blue female. Probably going to be molting soon, given her current behavior. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys watch this area. I'm going to go use the restroom. Elf, watch yourself. I will give you that question, and hopefully someone, I believe it has something to do with religious beliefs, but I'm going to let somebody else answer that for fear that I might get canceled. Get the heck out of here. You were looking for something to snack on out of the garbage, weren't you? Weren't you? Monster. Little monster.
What happened?
Oh, she was rummaging around in the kitchen. Not in the garbage yet. I saw that look in her eye. Yeah, no, that's something I want to know. Debbie! Debbie! Jennifer!
Maybe because it's a kid's game?
Huh, that's what he fears in Minecraft the most as a kid. Alright. Alright. So the last animal from the tropical variety that we have for the night is our precious little Lacidor parahabana, or salmon pink bird-eating tarantula. This critter is a dirt-loving, hair throwing, beautiful girl who is still eating a little bit but is slowing down. Whether or not that's a sign of her aging, I do not know. Look at that. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's relatively docile for a tarantula. She does try to slowly get out of her cage. But that's all right. She doesn't bolt or anything like that. She is roughly the leg span of my hand. She could bite me through the slats there, but she doesn't even throw hairs anymore. She has darted here and there a couple of times, but nothing too terrifying. Her cage is built with the idea that she would have another cage set on top of it in the future. That is the way that the Theraphos is going to be placed. We are going to have them stacked over by the snake cage once we get that table built and we get it set up. It will be so good to have little guy in a 5-foot cage. And you want to make sure that your animal's water is topped off, that the humidity is high. Now, when it comes to the beautiful thing about plastic containers is the fact that you can put the lid on, and that keeps the humidity trapped in there. It's harder to keep the humidity inside a mesh lid cage like these two right here. Smells like Sadir City in Iraq. That's when you got to go see your proctologist there, buddy. That or somebody about your anus and just your anus. Got yourself a growth down there that you don't want. Now, we will go and address some of the images that Alf sent to us. Again, if you want to share with the class, you can go and follow my Facebook profile and share to my messenger, and I will go and share with the class. It will be our own version of show and tell. Okay. Nah, City just smells. That's not good. Hey! Jess, you have a whole damn cat tree to go scratch up. Oh, shit. Alright. God damn it, Alf. Alright. Wait a minute. Aren't you over in... Is he in Kentucky? Ow. Oklahoma? Alf, what the fuck are you doing getting alligators in Oklahoma? Okay, that's... What the fuck? It's going back from the very beginning. Damn it, mother... Oh, it just shut down on me again. This tablet is cracked for a reason. Hello?
I've got it. I've got it.
Let's catch up. Oh, yeah. Jesus. Okay, 1 second. No. What is going on with this thing? All right, here we go. Didn't you guys just have freezing temperatures? Yeah, you smartass. It's Godzilla! He's a fat boy, too. All right. Well, let's go and show you guys the dogs. It's the woofers. It's the Duchess. Oliver. Just fucking chilling. Literally gonna be chilling tomorrow. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? 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 All right, Oliver, move. Yeah. And we Jasper. Jasper kitty. Yeah, we got 9 legs. All right, Adam. You got here at the tail end of it. Tomorrow's gonna be pretty all right, I hope. Tuesday is gonna be hectic as fuck because they are doing a drill. You want to see Mochi? I don't know if Mochi's not currently out and about right now. He probably needs to have water. All right. Since we're going to have to put water in his cage anyway. God. Oh, and I will have to take care of the crickets. Damn it. I always make it harder for myself in the long run. His cage needs to get some moisture. That heat emitter we've got's dried it out. And he needs to get water put in his dish. It's the Mochi! It's the Mochi! Look at him! He's right there! There you go, Adam! Yeah, he started poking his nose out the second I messed with his cage. Alright, you guys. Oh. Have a good night. Stay safe. And remember, I better not see you on the news. Unless it's good news. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to go pour some water in some snake cages.